Hello everyone, welcome to another doll customizing video with me, Akin. Before we start, shout out to my coffee members. We got quite a few new ones here. Roger, Sinbilops, Ruby Rouge, Warren G, Start Planting, Mel, Awkward Burb, Invisible Bear, Mel Again, Hanu made this, Star with the Emoji, Jasmine, Maggie Sin, Steffi MC, and Heather McCormick. Thank you so much for your support. Because of it, I can keep doing this, and I'm very thankful for that. If you want to see what I'm working on before the video is out, consider becoming a coffee member. Link is in the description down below. For this project, I want to do something that can be done quickly, like in a week or two, just for the sake of putting something out this month because I was gone for quite some time and I feel like I owe you guys, especially the coffee members. So it's just gonna be face up, hair, new outfit, and that's it. Okay, let's begin. I got this left over from making Emil the Corpse Groom, and I've been wanting to use a Jackson Jackal, so why not for this one? Let's start prepping it by cutting the hair as close to the scalp as possible. Obviously, we need a new body for him that is whole. For that, I'm gonna take it from this BTS doll. They're not a perfect match, but the difference is very slightly. I think I can get away with it without doing any color matching. I put both of the heads in hot water for about a minute to soften the vinyl so the removal will be easier. While the head is still soft, I scrape off the remaining stubbles through the neck hole using a metal tool that has a flat end. Then we pull out the stubbles with tweezers. There's so much of it and it's so gunky. Let's get rid of it cause why would I want to keep it? Now with acetone soaked cotton pad, I erase all of the factory paint. Before I put the head on the new body, I'm gonna wipe it with some wet wipes to clean any trace of acetone that might interfere with the sealant later. When the head is dry, it can be reattached to its new body. See, they match pretty well. I'm gonna remove the forearms for now just so they won't be in the way before covering the body with cling wrap and masking tape around the neck. Now we can give the face 3 initial layers of Mr. Super Clear UV Cut Flat waiting 30 minutes in between so pigments can adhere to the surface. As usual, we begin the face up with initial blushing by applying some colors from soft pastels on the cheeks, chin, and making the eye areas darker so the face has more depth and dimension. I also contour the nose more than usual because the nose seems to be the prominent feature of this face sculpt. Once I'm happy with the initial blushing, I sprayed another layer of MSC and get to color the lips, still by dusting pigment from the soft pastel. With a smaller brush, I dust on the eyebrow shapes. Still on the same layer, I sketch the eyes using light brown watercolor pencil. Then I fill them white. White is a pretty difficult color to build up, so it's a good idea to start early. After applying another layer of MSC, I start drawing the irises with the lightest color first, then with darker colors to do shading. Let's give him green eyes. Using a dark green watercolor pencil, I mark where the pupils would be. Not gonna lie, making the pupils the darker color of the iris looks pretty good, but it's not me. I'm gonna make them black later. With a dark brown pencil, I start defining the eye lines and eyelids. I also start drawing on the eyebrow hairs. Now that everything is mapped out, it's just a matter of building up the colors to make them bright and opaque. From here on out, you probably know how it goes, so let's talk about something else. What do you think of the term doll repaint as a synonym for doll customization? Me personally, I like the term doll customization a lot better because it's broad and it includes everything, big or small. You paint over a doll's original eyes to change the color. That's doll customization. You dye a doll to change its skin color. That's doll customization. You sculpt on a doll to change its entire appearance. That's doll customization, you know what I mean. Whereas doll repaint indicates the use of mostly paint to do the work, which I don't do often. I draw most of my face up, so doll redraw would be a more correct term. Well, that if you don't include painting the entire doll to change the skin color and stuff like that. But I don't know, maybe I'm just nitpicking and thinking too hard about this. Let me know what you think. The colors are opaque enough. Now with a wet thin brush, I pick up pigment straight from a white watercolor pencil and dot on the eye shines. This part really seals the deal in every face up. Then we spray the face with a generous amount of MSC to seal the new face. The new face is kinda generic if I gotta be honest, but whatever, I don't dislike it, so let's move on. I cut a piece of gold jewelry wire and bend it into a U shape for the new eyebrow piercing, but for some reason I can't insert it to the holes. Did the hole shrink or something? I don't know. Doing this is really scary because it puts stress on the face which can cause cracks, and it did. There's cracks around the piercing holes. I applied 2 more layers of MSC to hopefully conceal the cracks, and with a drill that matches the size of the piercing holes, I'm clearing the patch. And eventually, we can put on the eyebrow piercing. This is why I don't like giving my dolls piercings. It's too risky. Unfortunately, the cracks are still there, but at this point, I don't give a fuck. So let's move on to the hair. For the hair, I wanna try to do that middle part with curtain bangs hairstyle. It's quite trendy these days. Here I'm marking where the part would be. I already prepared orange yarn wefts for the hair. Now we can start gluing them one row at a time, starting from the bottom of the back. When you're doing a short hairstyle, I find it easier to trim it as you go, so you glue a row of weft, you trim it, you glue another row of weft, you trim it until you reach the mark. We've reached the mark and it looks like this. Then I glue wefts on the front that will be the curtain/bangs. Then we glue the wefts for the middle part, you know, the ones you glue in the opposite direction, so when you flip it back you get that nice edge resembling a hair part. The hair part looks like this. Now we can fill in the bald spots with more wefts. We're not gonna trim the part and the curtain bangs just yet. With a wet brush, I tame the hair and let it dry. Then we can start trimming the bangs little by little. With a heated metal tool, I press the hair even flatter and try to control where the hair flows, if that makes sense. I try to make that swoop using a heated metal chopstick on the curtain bangs. Let's do some more trimming. Then I apply water down glue on the ends of the hair to set the hairstyle in place. And we're done with the hair. The layers are not layering, it's not my best work, but it still has a shape, so that's something. What do you think? Moving on to making the clothes, let's just go over it pretty quickly with a slideshow, okay? First, I'm gonna make a green long sleeve turtleneck shirt out of some t-shirt fabric because redheads look great in green. The shirt is done, now I'm gonna make a pair of brown pants with functional front pockets. If you wanna know how to do the front pockets, you can watch my Kogoro Morris video. I also want to make a jacket out of this Taran cotton fabric. As you can see, each part of the front piece has this offset. You flip that part down, right sides facing each other, and you sew right on top of the previous stitch line. So when you pop the collar up, it shouldn't have any more raw edges. I attach snaps to the shirt and pants for closure. I glued on half beads on the jacket to look like buttons. For the shoes, I'm just gonna use these BTS shoes and I keep them as they are cause I'm kinda running out of time. And with that, we can call it a doll. I name him Charlie. So what do you think of him? Do you like him? Do you not like him? Let me know in the comments down below. Honestly, I find him to be underwhelming. Even the video is very short, the face up is generic, and I didn't do a very good job with the hair. I really like the clothes though, but he is just a filler project, so it's kinda whatever. In retrospect, I think I should have made him Asian, most likely because the outfit is so Korean coded. Perhaps he's an Irish Koreaboo. Imagine that. Funny thing is that I've never seen a red-headed Irish. What's up with that? Like, how is that even a stereotype? Anyway, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it's not exciting. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to. See you in the next one. It's coming sooner than you think, so stay tuned. Bye.